Recksz RKA, you know what it is. You now listen to an audio speech. RKA, bang.
So right now you're watching some RKA content, so make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe, man. You know what I mean? I advise everybody out there, man, to be productive and to utilize your time. Otherwise your time's gonna utilize you and you're gonna waste it. That's how it goes at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, tune in, stay watching and stay praying. Make sure you stay subbed. Alright then, man, you ready?
Yep. Recksz RKA.
It's Kingz RK right here, right now, and it's just another online speech, man. This is going to be on the speaker site. This is going to be on the YouTube. You know, this is going to be on the various other different social media platforms that we've got out there up and running. And what this one's going to be about, I think this is going to be my favorite subject right now.
Yes.
Out of all the ones we've done thus far, past and present, is basically why people feel the need to waste time, money, and resources to do things, to make things happen when it's working wise, hustling wise, or whatnot. And obviously this applies to many different places in the world, you know what I'm saying? So right now, currently, we in London, UK right here, and obviously every different working climate and business climate and even urban climate is different everywhere in the world. So the way things may work in London regarding people and, you know, the way it's designed and the way things are is obviously, of course, not the way it may work in New York. Maybe in the way it may not work in Miami, Caribbean, etc., etc. But, you know, you just do the best that you can from where you're at and where you are. That's all you can do, because everywhere is different. And of course, if you ain't happy with that, if you can travel and you can actually put yourself out there with what's going on in the world and stuff like that, then you do so to change that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we're gonna get into this right now. So that's, me. I always drop an intro and disclaimer in the beginning too. Oh yeah, let me add that. No need to copyright us. No need to flag us. There's no need for nothing like that. We're not going to go too deep. We're not going to go over the top. We're not going to do, have crazy amounts of strong language and stuff like that so people can get too butthurt and sensitive and shit. You don't need to worry about none of that kind of stuff over here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. This is it, man. So, let's get started and let's get cracking about this, man. So, go ahead, Rex, touch on it first.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's just, King said it. People wasting time, people wasting money, people wasting resources.
Opportunities too.
Anything that's to do with any sort type of elevation, some type of progress, like, they like to stop it and prevent it, or, they don't want to use it. And like, it obviously this doesn't apply everywhere. As King said, it could be different in different places of the world because of the different people and stuff like that. But as King said, since we're in the UK, we're in London, we live here.
So we can tell you what it's like about going to work here, getting money here, and having a certain type of mindset, whether it's, you call it entrepreneurship or whatever it is, where we're at, where we're from, in our climate. We can get into the details about that shit. We have before, but it's always good to touch up and update it for different viewers and different listeners so that they can get a grasp on, okay, what the hell is happening. For example, if I was to live in East London, UK, no matter what bar you're in, what's it like there? How can I do it? How can I, make a way, make a life, make a living, and figure certain stuff out and that? But go ahead, Rex. Just went to interject with that.
Yeah. So that basically what I've been seeing anyway in the UK. What we've been seeing in the UK is just people always wasting mainly opportunities and resources. Well, resources that can be, it could be something to do with making money, stuff like that. And it's like, they were getting a one in a lifetime type of opportunity, where the resources might be limited, and they will get it, they will have the power to do what they want with it, but they decide to not use it or actually waste the opportunity and not make the most of it. So it could be something like, I don't know, like they may be able to partner up with someone, like, they may meet a famous person that knows all about, the business world and stuff like that, and like, all they may want to do is just take pictures with them or talk about some like crap about what's your favorite food or some nonsense like that has no meaning or no betterment to your life whatsoever. So I just, we think, like, why do people like that get the opportunities? It's like, if you have, like, one, you don't deserve it because of the type of person you are, but it's like nowadays these type of clowns, they get the opportunities. Somehow they get to have the opportunities. And like, yeah, man, we I just hope sometimes, yeah, when I see this, I'm like, at least like for the opportunity, do not waste it, because you don't know how valuable it is nowadays. You don't know how rare it can be, you know, because it is in this side of the world, like it's hard, like, you know, when it comes to money, when it comes to, you know, opportunities, even if it's a basic type of opportunity, it's hard, you know. And people, like, you know, the people all over the world, they may be listening and thinking, oh, well, you guys are from England, man, I swear English people are rich. And nah, man, definitely not, man. The resources are limited here, man. Like, don't let the accents fool you, man. It's just it's English accents, yeah, man, but you have to come down here and see it for yourself, man. There's something else down here, man. And it's like, yeah, man, time's going on, and I don't know, it seems like nowadays to me time's going on even faster, man.
Of course, because we're in these times of the world right now, and we're living in you know, this current way right now. And obviously I ain't gonna go into too much detail online because it's just not necessary and it's not one of those conversations. But obviously if you're already hip to the know-how and already hip to what's going on from all the different agendas and different things that's being pushed, you should know what type of time it is in the world that we're living in right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's that one in there. But go ahead, Rex.
Yeah, but I feel like, you know, time is wasting out, man. Like, you know, time's going even quicker and quicker and quicker if people see it or not, you know. And I feel like also alongside with that, resources are limited. It's getting, you know, there's hardly any resources as there used to be, you know, and there's not much opportunities, there's not much, you know, a certain type of people around anymore, you know, like special type of people. You don't really see them. You see the same type of bummy type of people, men and women, that don't want to do nothing, that want to waste their time, you know, that want to waste the money, and like, you know, and want to waste the opportunities. If they get the money, they'll waste it on garbage, you know. So like, you know, they'll get a whole load of stacks, you know, from something that, you know, they was given like something, like some type of opportunity, yeah, and then they will waste all the money on garbage. Like, they'll buy a whole load of weed, they'll buy a whole load of like just garbage that they don't need. Like, it could be just any clothing, it could be a chain, and like they will just waste the whole type of, they'll waste the whole money, you know. And it's like they don't use it for nothing productive, man. Like, and like nowadays, yeah, since I see it's like, you know, and what we know is time is short, you know, resources are limited, so you got to make the best of it, man, you know. Forget wasting it, man, because you know, it's tiring, man, to see people wasting it and wasting it and wasting it and wasting it, like, again and again, man. It's the same cycle, man, you know. That's the whole point of opportunity. That's the whole point of you know, money, to do something with it. That's the whole point. The answer is right there. You got this much money, you got this much resources. You are like, you should feel like you're a millionaire. You should feel like a celebrity, man. You should feel like you're like a god. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you should be doing with the resources, man. You know. But it's just, you know, this side of the world, man, that's what I see it. You know, that's how it is. You know, we haven't been everywhere in the world, but we will be soon. We'll be going everywhere. You catch RK going everywhere. You know, you can check it on our vlogs, our YouTube pages, will all be there. And, you know, we'll come across certain type of people and we'll know that they're different from the UK. Just like in New York, you know, we talked to certain we talked to a few people, and there was different,
been
man.
there too, physically.
Yeah, there were certain opportunities, man. So we've been there. You know, we went there. We a couple of years ago. I forgot exactly the date and whatever. Who cares? But we went there.
2019.
Yeah, and there was some opportunities, but you know, we tried to get it, but you know, there was some BS with that. But
Technical
forget
difficulties.
about that. Yeah. But yeah, man, all I can say is that, yeah, man, don't waste time, don't waste money, don't waste opportunities, don't waste nothing. Like, it could be anything, man. Anything small. Like, if it helps you and betters you, like, don't waste it, man. Use it, you know, or give it on to someone else. Don't waste it. Give it to someone else. Like, be charitable, man, and give it to someone else at least. Forget wasting shit, man. That's not it, man. It doesn't make no sense, especially if you're a big age, or even if you're a young person listening to this. Don't waste nothing, man, because like, it doesn't make no sense. You're only destroying yourselves, man. Yeah, you got something to touch on?
Plenty. You know, I've travelled quite a fair bit, man. Of course, been to Caribbean, been to different parts in the States, been to different other different locations out there, man, from Spain and stuff like that. And obviously, like, you know, the more I grew and grow in my knowledge, the more I grow in my understanding, the more I grow in my perspectives. When I travel out there, you know, I see shit a lot different, man. Obviously, the way they work in the UK, especially nowadays in 2021, and the way they do things in somewhere like Queens, New York, for example, was two different things. Like over there when I was in the US, man, people are more, willing to connect. They're more willing to be out there. They're more willing to actually be open and giving things a shot and to collab and stuff like that. Not to say everybody's perfect, not to say everybody's legit, not to say everybody's cool, but at least the extension and the offer is there. You get me? When it comes to UK, when it comes to London, when it comes to all that, everybody's just into their own little hidden clique, underground, in general. You can't really see nothing. And more time when you see stuff, it's always the same people, it's always the same thing, because they're always hip to the same trend. We've said this before, we've mentioned it many times, but UK is really notorious for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like every kind of bit of history they've had, any kind of bit of anything that they've created or they've made in the past and stuff like that, it's like the culture don't stay relevant. The culture don't stay standing. It's not like New York, for example, who's made hip-hop, and in 2021, you still hear hip-hop. Over here, it's like there used to be a grime culture, there used to be this one and that one and XYZ, that was there for a time. All of a sudden now, if you still continue to be that way inclined, but just to update yourself in these times, oh no, you're looked at as old, oh, you're looked at as old-fashioned, oh, you're looked at as so-called old school, or you don't fit in, or you don't whatever. But listen, at the end of the day, you are what you are, and you come from the era that you come from. And that's got nothing to do with being in these times, because as long as you're updated as a person, and we know what the fuck is going on and what the fuck is happening, and we can fit into that, and we get that, that shouldn't stop anything. So yeah, that's that, the issue with the UK on that one. Business aspect, like I said, man, no connectivity. Same thing with the females, same thing with everything. Like, yeah, we get it. We understand what goes on nowadays, like in total, with in general with the TikToks and different other social media sites and stuff like that. And listen, let me tell you something, yeah. If you're smart and if you know what you're doing and if you've got sense in your head, all them motherfucking platforms, yeah, can be monetized for what you're doing. Heck, even if you're doing foolishness. What I don't understand about people and a lot of things nowadays, especially where I'm from, right here, yeah, is especially the girls and that. They all want to be on these sites and that. They want to be, playing the celebrity and the games and the mind bullshit. We get that. But they want to be on these social media sites and stuff like that. But like, they don't want to get no bread from it. Like, beloved, where's the money? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, where is it? Like, you're just here for clout? You're just here to shake and look pretty? You're just here to do all that kind of stuff? All right, say nothing, innit? Everybody wants to do what they want to do safe. But why are you doing it for free? Why is it all for free? And that's why I respect hoes out there that work with a so-called, quote-unquote, pimp or so-called person who manages them and their direction when it comes to finances and so on and so forth. A lot of you girls need that. Seriously. Because you're on these social media platforms and stuff like that for no reason. You guys could be monetizing that, like I said. You guys could be getting into modeling. You guys could be utilizing these platforms to boost whatever the hell you're trying to do. Most of you don't do that. Most of you are just there shaking for no reason. Junk in the trunk, shaking the jelly for what? I'll never understand it, man. Let me tell you something, man. If I was a woman, if I was a girl, and I had what you lot had, I had the appearance, I had the image, I had the sex appeal, all these things, I'd be a rich man. With the mindset I got, bruh, I would be a rich man. I'm telling you, there'd be no excuses, man. The power that women have in the short term, because of course, long term it changes for them. But then again, that's kind of getting extended in this society too, because women are allowed to run around and do what they want for a long period of time, and obviously not get challenged in it, and it's all accepted. So you might as well take advantage of that fully. That's why I respect. I don't care what you say, or anybody listening. I don't care what they say, but that's why I respect a lot of these whores and a lot of these bitches like Brittany Renner, Tiana Trump, etc., just to name a few, because they monetize and take advantage of the whole activity that they're doing. We're not condoning whatever, but it makes sense, because if you're going to be that way inclined, let's take advantage of it then. Let's utilize it. Let's benefit off it. Nah, you people, a lot, especially in the UK, don't do that, because that's not the trend. That's why I respect the New York girls that I've come across and I know. I respect obviously different people in America. Respect one of my G's, Nessie. She lives in Miami right now. She gets that. It's about a buck, as you guys say out there. It's about a point. It's about some money, at least minimum. And of course, money's not everything. But as Dan Pena said, it's one of the only things that's measured out there, right? As well as your character and so on and your actions. But money is measured. We need that shit. So why is everything just getting done for free? Why is everything getting done with no monetary gain? Why is everything just done with no purpose and point? I'll never understand it. I'll never get it. I'll always find it stupid. I'll always find it weird. And then whenever I bring that subject up, or whenever I bring that topic up, it's like RKA or people like us is looked at as the aliens. Because obviously you don't really hear that kind of talk nowadays. Like, obviously when I grew up in London and my era and that, of course it was about, weren't perfect, but again it was more about a point in it. Like, what's man outside for? Is he outside to get paper? Like, what's he doing in it? Like, what's he on? If man was not on nothing, sometimes man might chill and be outside safe, but more time man are not outside if nothing's happening outside. What's that quote from 50 Cent? If there's no money outside, then I'm not outside. And we live by that shit. Because like I said, money's not everything, but we need that. Or whatever we're doing. Like, where's the productivity? You get me? So as far as wasting time, resources and stuff like that, like for what? Kind of a shot outside. But like, for what? You get me? Like for what? Like, and everything has to always be delayed. If something gets done, takes forever, takes time. Like, why? When we can get shit done within a rapid, rate of time. Now we don't want to do that. We're going to wait 3 to 5 working days. We're going to wait months on end, or we're going to do absolutely nothing. Let me tell you something, man. London City especially, it's not no New York. It's a small city. So the hustle over here should be doubled and tripled. The connectivity over here should be doubled and tripled. You know what I'm saying? The sociable aspect and stuff like that over here should be doubled and tripled because it's smaller. So it should be easier to navigate. The laws are different. The country is different. The way it's set up is different. Of course, everywhere in the world is all built up more or less the same with the same premise. But of course, everywhere has its differences. So London should be easier to network, should be easier to do things because things are a lot less stricter than in New York, for example. So why the hell are man finding it hard? Why the hell are man having difficulties? Why in the hell are man fucking about? I never understood it from day since this era's been kicked in, because London, like the whole social media, internet era, everything else, we saw super hard changes with that stuff from 2015 onwards. And it's kind of been the same year since. And we're in 2021. And it's going to be 2022 soon. And it's still going to be 2015 again. And you lot are going through the same issue and the same drama and the same, mishaps. And I currently see it and I know it to be just a choice. I'll never understand it. I'll never get it. In small little England, we can't make moves. Should be easier. New York and places like that are a lot bigger, a lot more boroughs in there. There's a lot more that goes into it. Yet they make it happen. Coronavirus times or not, there is no excuses. You can do shit, But obviously, UK is different. So they're going to find it hard to do some of the Billy basics. Because remember, it's not the trend or it's not, the in thing to go out there and get this bread. Or, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the term? In whatever means necessary. It's a joke, man. It really is, man. And I don't understand it. So yeah, fuck you if you waste time, fuck you if you waste resources, and fuck you if you just waste productivity. You're just not productive. And just a waste, man, period. Same with the girls. Like, a lot of you girls could be millionaires. Like, don't tell me it's not impossible to make millions. I know people that's done it. Past tense, of course. I heard stories. Because I said the era of London I grew up in is too different. Way more of a sociable place. Way more of a connectivity. More of a fucking a so-called hood. Where I could hear what was going on. Now it's like niggas can't even keep his ear to the street because I don't know what the fuck's happening. So I just do my own thing, but yeah, it's just a joke, man. It really is, man. Like, how can you do it though? It's going on 2022 and we still out here joking. Like, I've recently just joined TikTok, man. Follow RK on TikTok, follow Recksz, follow me on there. A lot of you girls and you people in there get some mad views and likes, man. And I already know, we already done know that you're doing this thing for free. We know it. I can see it. It's free. I'm speaking about the UK users. It's free. Why the hell are we on social media and it's free? Why are we on YouTube doing these things? Obviously, of course, you can do it for the love of things and stuff like that. That's cool. But I mean, for people like you that rake in them views, that rake in the thing, I don't care how you do it. Why is it free? Does nobody think of different ways in order to eat, in ways in order to make money, in ways in order to capitalize on opportunities and do things? Don't no one have an expansive mind? Nobody? And this is not some extravagant thing, innit? This is the basics of life. You may work your 9 to 5 and do what you do, but obviously on the side you got other stuff going on, and I'm not even talking about from the legal sense. It's just nuts to me, man. I'll never get it. I'll never understand it. So how you wasting time and resources and shit like that, man? And obviously things are changing out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Travel was not as prevalent as it once was. To being able to be connected in person physically is not what it once was either. Because we're in these times and things are going on in this world. So that man don't pay attention to shit. I like this tune. But yeah, it's just a mess. So obviously RK always strives to be the opposite of the mess. You know what I'm saying? Because in every downturn, in every thing that could be going on in the world and stuff like that, there's always opportunity and there's always something out of it that you could, capitalize on. It's just how it goes out here. Seriously. Hold up. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say with that whole big thing there. So take notes and learn with that, man. Seriously, don't waste time, don't waste resources, don't waste it, because it's all limited. And windows of opportunity is always closed. They don't last forever. A lot of the times, if you miss it, it's over. Whether it's relationships, whether it's work, whether it's anything that you can think of right now, it's best to grab onto it now and do things now, as we've always said and stated. Whether it's our Instagram profiles, our Facebooks, and so on and so forth, and previous content, and even in our music. It's the same thing, same message. Yeah. What are you going to say, Rex? Anything?
Yeah, I guess you said everything.
Yeah.
So, you said everything.
Alright, enough said on that one, man. So make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe as usual, man. Stay tuned. And, yeah, enjoy that shit. It's all free.